Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and back to another ride with me video. Oh my goodness, I had a lesson the other day and I was so excited because I had gotten a new attachment for the GoPro. I had like a chest harness and I was super excited to have like a brand new angle. I thought it was gonna be so cool. You're gonna be able to see my hands and the horse's neck. I thought it was gonna be awesome. And it started out like pretty good, not gonna lie. But it wasn't like super secure, so slowly as the ride went on, it just like fell lower and lower and lower. And by the time that we were cantering, it was just like completely falling down and all you could see was my hands, and it was so bumpy. So that was a fail. Can't use any of that footage. But I ended up riding Pumpkin, who I hadn't ridden in a while, so it was nice to get to ride her again. But for some reason I have a feeling I'm gonna be in Pumpkin again today. I have no idea why, I just gut feeling. But let's go to the barn and I guess we'll find out. So today I've been assigned to ride Maple, the bossy, spicy pony. I am just looking for her. She's one of these. Let's go find her. Hey! Would you like a treat? She's very food motivated, so now it should be easy to catch her. Hi Dora, you were also food motivated. Hi. So this is little Mapey. Mapey is actually a pony, and she is the only pony that I have ever ridden. And although you guys haven't seen her before, she's brand new to my channel. I have actually ridden Maple once or twice before, although it has been a really long time since I've gotten to ride her, and I'm super excited because I usually only ride horses. I get really excited when I get to ride Maple. Riding a pony is just such a different experience. It's so strange being closer to the ground, and Maple has a really big personality. She is definitely the bossiest pony at the barn, and the best way to ride her is to be bossier than she is. So it's always a fun experience riding Maple. Maple is also the bounciest pony in the barn. She has a very bouncy trot, which always throws me off whenever I've ridden her in the past. It takes me like the whole lesson to get comfortable riding her, but she apparently has a very, very smooth canter. I think I've only cantered her once on the lunge line, so this will be a new and interesting experience for me. I'm not looking forward to that transition because that's going to be really uncomfortable, and I'm worried that it's gonna throw my stirrups out, and I really don't want to lose my stirrups anymore, but it'll be fine. I've been riding smoother horses lately, so this will be a very interesting change, but it's good to change it up. So I forgot, actually, if you've seen my last video, you would have already met Maple. I helped bridle Maple because Maple is usually so challenging to bridle. I work up a sweat. She is bossy, as I mentioned, but she was super easy this time, and I had a feeling that that means because she was really easy to bridle, she wasn't going to be very opinionated in our ride, but I'm preparing for it. Are you giving me the side eye? Little baby Maple, the smallest one. So little Mapey is all ready for our ride, and we're just gonna head out down to the outdoor arena. And this is a gorgeous day. It was actually disgustingly hot, like 30 degrees Celsius, and I swear 80% humidity. It was gross. To be honest, I was not happy about it. I'm ready for spooky weather, to be honest. It's September. Why is it this hot? But anyways, that just means that we get to enjoy riding outside a little bit longer. No, Maple. Come on. Good girl. Come on. So Mapey does have grass reins, but I don't put them on because the last time I rode Maple, I put on the grass reins and my trainer was like, "What are you doing? Those are for little kids." So yeah, I'm not allowed to use them, which is fine. It just means I have to be a little bit more bossy, and I'm up for the challenge anyways. So I'm just checking Maple's girth, making sure my stirrups are the right length, and then we are going to mount. So we are on Maple, and oh my goodness, do I feel small. I feel so close to the ground. Maple's mane is also crazy. It's so cute. Because I'm so used to riding horses, I didn't really take into consideration that same GoPro angle that I use wouldn't have the same effect on Maple because her neck is not as long as the other horses. So unfortunately, the angle is just a little bit too high for a lot of the video, and all you can really see are Mapey's little ears, but that's okay because she has absolutely adorable ears. But I'll try to remember that next time I'm riding Maple. So starting out, Mapey was testing me just a little bit. She kept wanting to break to walk, especially when we were walking by the mare's fence line over here. I don't think she really liked being that close to the mares and their foals. So definitely needed to make sure I gave her extra leg when we were approaching that fence line. More forward? Oh, don't. So for some reason lately, I've really developed a bad habit of riding quite forward to the point where my shoulders are almost over the pommel of the saddle. Unfortunately, I really struggled with that throughout this lesson. But the first exercise that we are doing, we are starting off with spiral circles around the cone. Large, medium, small, medium, large. Sitting on the small one.
But really focus on trying to keep it equal. Don't be cutting in here on this side super close and then pulling all the way up to the fence line there.
Hi, baby. I don't know.
How is your right rein going to be affected?
A little bit longer
No.
and
By
forward.
holding it against your neck.
Oh, okay.
You don't want that right shoulder to pop too far out. So you hold it against your neck.
Okay.
Yeah, and that stops her. But you're going like this. So you were like, take all of the rein, take all of the space.
Yeah, I was doing that.
Opposite. You do opposite.
Okay. Do you want me to start large or medium?
Arms are locked stiff. Relax. How can you maintain a consistent circle that small 2 feet from the cone?
So bigger?
Yes.
Okay.
You just want your circle to be circular with the cone in the middle, alright? Kind of over. That's too big.
Oh my God, Susie!
Your circles are like this. This part is here. Really this part of the cone.
Okay.
Here, or this part of the cone. Right?
Yeah.
Make sure the cone's in the middle of your circle.
Okay, okay.
Right? Then either the whole circle has to be 2 feet away, which would be impossible for the people, or you need to plan a bigger small circle.
Okay, got it. So I found that so challenging. It was actually a little embarrassing how bad I was at that. I found it really difficult because the cone was placed in the corner of the arena as opposed to the middle. So when you're going around the fence line, you can use the fence to kind of gauge your distance. But then when you go to the other side, it's a lot more open. So it's easier to make your circle bigger and then you don't keep an equal distance. But anyways, that was really, really hard. I struggled with that a lot. But maybe one day I'll be able to come on here and laugh at how terrible that was. But now we're getting ready to Canter. And I'm excited for Maple's Canter because she's smooth, but not excited for that transition.
Back to your transition. As soon as time to Canter, tip forward, lighten your bum, kiss and snap. That's not how you ask to Canter. You ask to Canter by sitting down, sitting back, and then Canter from the teeth, sitting front.
Okay, I'm gonna start holding the saddle for Maple because I've been cantered on her.
You cantered on her before, no?
On the lunge.
Oh, okay.
It's the transition that I'm like, ugh, because she's got that bouncy trot. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. It's just different.
Yeah.
Not as smooth as I remember. It feels weird.
She's just slow. She's very slow.
Yeah, I thought she was like fast, but she's not.
She can be. It depends on how much you're squeezing.
Yeah. Okay.
Next.
So today my seat was struggling immensely. I think I've been so focused lately on keeping my stirrups that I've completely forgotten how to sit the canter. And with Maple having such a bumpy trot transition, I was having a really hard time with that. But I didn't want to hold on to the saddle, and this was more of an ego thing than anything. I just felt like, you know, I've been cantering for a little while now. I've been cantering too long to be holding onto the saddle, but that's just really not true. Sometimes you need that little extra support to really loosen up your hips and to truly feel the movement of the canter. And you know what? It's okay to have to grab onto the saddle sometimes. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're regressing or that you're a bad rider, because this is all the thoughts that were going through my head mentally with this ride. I was really struggling with the fact that I had to hold on to the saddle, and now that I've had time to reflect on it, it just seems so silly.
You okay?
Yes, Maple, stop. Oh, okay. Let's try.
Oh.
Okay, come on. Wait, not yet. Yeah.
She's like, this is kind of awkward. This is her push a little bit more, and then she'll go a bit more forward. Hold the saddle for a little bit just to get the feeling of loosening up your hips.
It feels like too far back. I don't know.
What feels too far back?
Like I feel like I'd be more comfortable holding here, but like that's not right.
No, that's the nature of your body.
Yeah. Okay.
If it feels more comfortable there, that probably means that your body already is comfortable.
So sit back in the saddle more, maybe?
You just stay close to the front of the saddle and lean your shoulders back. Yes.
Okay.
You're starting to ride with your shoulders very far in front of your hips and almost in front of your collar.
Okay. All right, I'll circle.
Your shoulders are in front of the collar. This is better. Keep your knees softer. Squeeze your ankle back around your belly. Light, tight, squeeze your ankle, soften your knees.
Huh. Yeah, it's just frustrating because like one time you can feel like you like understand it, and then the next time you come in and you're like, what?
I think next time we canter, let's give her a couple taps on the shoulder.
Okay.
Make her canter more forward, and
Okay.
then you're not battling her slow pace as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Follow straight.
Second round going right there. It was feeling a little bit better, but honestly was still feeling, I definitely wasn't moving along with the movement of her canter. I have no idea why it was so awful today. And because Maple has such a smooth canter, I know she has a smooth canter, this just made me feel even worse about my riding, because if my seat was that horrible on a smooth horse, just imagine how terrible it would be on a normal or bumpy horse. Better.
I think the more forward canter helped a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I have this fear that if I lean back, I'm gonna like fall backwards. So I think instinctually, like I'm kind of always like, oh, horse is going forward, I go forward. But it's actually like safer to be leaning back.
Because then you're sitting in your seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're forward, your center of balance is forward. And you're over her neck.
Yeah.
You're down and your heel is up.
Yeah. So that last round there was definitely the best one, and it was starting to feel a little bit better, but honestly, it still wasn't feeling great. And I remember after this ride, I just felt so sad, like so disappointed in myself and so sad, because I truly felt like I was regressing and that I was just a bad rider and that I suck, and I want nothing more than to be a good rider. So this was just so devastating, because I felt like I just couldn't lean back, I couldn't be in my seat, I just couldn't do it properly. And we were actually supposed to be working on canter circles as well, so in addition to having to hold onto the saddle, I also wasn't able to complete any canter circles because I was really struggling that much, and I just felt absolutely defeated. But since then, you know, I've had lots of time to reflect on this ride and lots of time to realize that I was being just so dramatic and so silly. Obviously, it's not a bad thing to have to go back to basics sometimes. Sometimes it's what we really needed. And especially for me, yes, I had been focusing so much on not losing my stirrups. I did kind of forget about my canter seat. And I actually wasn't really losing my stirrups this time. Maybe just when she was breaking to trot, because it was so bouncy. And at the time that I'm editing this video, I've had a few lessons since then. I can confirm that it was not as horrendous at this, and my seat is starting to feel a whole lot better. Sometimes you just need rides like this to remind you what you need to work on. And after getting some therapy from little baby Tiffany, I was starting to feel so much better already. But that is my video for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like this video, it really helps me out, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.